My name is Christian von Koenigsegg. I'm 40 years old, and for half of my life I've been on the quest to be a leader in the hypercar industry, utilizing Swedish design combined with visionary technical solutions. Our latest car, the Agera R, is built in the old hangars of a former Swedish fighter jet squadron. Their symbol, a ghost, is now proudly painted on the back of every Koenigsegg. The first thing you see when you see any car, and especially a Koenigsegg of course, is the outside of the car. We actually do all our painting of the carbon fiber pieces here in-house to make sure we have full control of something that is very critical. There are so many different ways of applying clear coat or paint to a car that we really feel that we want to control that process, as it is an integral part of what the car is. So this is our body pre-fit station prior to that the panels go into the paint shop. Here we make sure everything lines up perfect. If you look at the front of this car, it's going to have a clear carbon center section, but here it's going to be paint, so you can actually see different types of carbon fiber depending if it's going to be visible carbon or not, as we don't want this kind of heavy fabric weave underneath a painted surface, because it can give print through the paint over years of time. This is actually chassis number 99, and over there we have chassis number 100. So we're very happy that we're getting to the point of almost having built 100 cars. It's not far off. A lot of the work in the paint process is about masking, making sure you don't get paint or clear coat where it's not supposed to be. Especially if we have these more complex body parts with clear coat carbon with pinstriping on and so on. It's probably the most time-consuming part is the masking process. On and off many times on each panel to get all the different layers, colors and schemes onto the parts. So what we're seeing here is hand cutting of masking tape. Here we can see a rear bonnet in process, so it's all masked up. You can see these vents here are all covered because they're going to be clear carbon fiber, also the center part here. This here is also clear carbon fiber, while this is a solid white paint that's going to get sanded down a little bit, and then another layer of, well, the finishing layer is actually a pearlescent layer to get a deeper, more interesting effect of white than just plain white. So this is probably halfway through the process right now. One important reason for a car that is a collectible item or that will last for a very, very long time and many years is that you have a durable paint finish. And I would say also that the clear coat layer on top of the paint is thick enough to take a lot of polishing and rubbing and buffing without becoming too thin over time. So the clear coat layer on our car is about 150 microns thick, which is about 3 times thicker than you would find on a normal car. What that enables is that when we polish the car here, we can already make it a really nice flat finished surface with basically no orange peel whatsoever. Let's say large car manufacturers, they're happy to build in a little bit of orange peel to make sure that any imperfection underneath the paint does not, from the panels, does not show through. It's kind of hidden with the orange peel effect, but we don't want any such excuses. and we spend the time basically to flatten the top surface of the clear coat to get the kind of wet look. And as the clear coat is so thick, it's also very deep look. To have this amount of clear coat on a car actually adds a little bit of weight, which we're very wary of. But still, I would say it's weight in the right place, and we're only talking 1.5 kilos in total to have this type of finish compared to a standard duller finish with orange peel. And this particular car we're looking at is one of the more extreme ones, as it has actually a visible carbon fiber skin through the clear coat. And not only that, the clear coat is tinted with a green tint. And not only that, actually, it's even multicolored, because here we have the kind of the normal carbon fiber look with just a clear coat on top of it, and here we have a tinted clear coat, and in between we have a pearl effect stripe. And what's pretty amazing is that these layers are of course done step by step and at different times to get this effect. And still, when you feel it here, there is no step whatsoever in the surface. And to get that kind of result with these different colorings and layers and inlays of colors without having any kind of side effect showing up, takes a massive amount of work. So just polishing all the parts in the car after paint or during paint, actually we have 7 layers of clear coat, but this whole polishing process is about 200 hours per car. So it's pretty extreme.